Hey there, welcome to Product Marketing Genius. I'm your host, Nitin Karthik. As CEO at Caribou Strategic, where we help tech scale-ups stand out and succeed, I know how critical it is to continuously sharpen the saw. And that is why on this show, I bring you priceless nuggets of wisdom from some of the best minds out there. And today, my friends, our genius is Bradley Shaw with Credit Karma. So welcome, Bradley.
Thank
And
you.
why don't you start by telling us a little bit about yourself, Bradley?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm Bradley. I'm a product marketing manager at Credit Karma. I've been with the company for about 4 years now. A lot of my experience has historically been in like brand marketing and different brand marketing roles. So recently joined the product marketing role about maybe 2.5 years ago. And I've been loving it. I feel like I've learned so much and like my mind's been blown every single day. I feel like with new technology and evolving technologies and customer needs. So it's been quite a journey these past few years.
Wow, I think that's an understatement.
Yeah.
It's like almost every year, the state of the art in product marketing, it reaches new heights.
It does.
It's really dizzying to just see the explosive growth of that.
Sure, absolutely. Well, then you have so many technologies evolving, right? Like AI being the biggest buzzword, I think, of the century right now, right? So our role is evolving every single day too, which keeps it exciting.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. If you have a challenge with boredom, become a product marketer. Okay. That is one
This is your calling.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
So, Bradley, we're at the Product Marketing Alliance Summit in New York. And can you tell us now, based on the time so far, what has been maybe one of the highlights of the event that you've experienced so far?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's been great. I think the biggest highlight so far has just been the networking. It's great to come together with other like-minded product marketers and really just kind of it almost feels like therapy in a lot of ways, in a good way. Like, right, you can kind of resonate with kind of what they're going through, what I'm going through, and share stories of experiences that, of the things that we're dealing with on a day-to-day basis, some of the things that we've already talked about here. So I think that's been the highlight so far.
Yeah, if folks are out there, make sure you get the opportunity to network, okay? Because theory only gets you so far. It is practice that will really get you to where you want to go.
Right.
So definitely take the advice of Bradley. Okay, so Bradley, tell us before the show, how familiar were you with the Product Marketing Alliance? And maybe what are some of your favorite things about the community?
Yeah, I mean, so this is my second year attending this show in particular. I found, again, like it's just such a sense of community here. I think the product marketing world it's quite small. I think a lot of companies are still trying to figure out how product marketing fits into their organization. So it's great to have such a community here that you can interact with, whether it's in person at events like this or in Slack or in different kind of forums or blogs. Being able to kind of understand, what other challenges that similar-minded PMMs are facing every day, that's been the best kind of highlight about being part of this community.
That's right. Folks, you may be facing so many challenges, but this is almost like therapy. Okay.
Yeah.
when you talk to other product marketers, you realize you're not alone. Okay?
Yeah.
We face the same challenges, whatever the industry, whatever the company that we're with, it's like the same challenges. And therefore you can see how do other people solve the challenges that you're going through. Excellent advice.
Yeah.
So maybe if you were to talk to someone in the community who's maybe a little skeptical about events like these, I don't know, man, I got to go all the way into Manhattan. I got to go. What are some reasons why someone should attend an event like this?
You learn so much. I mean, honestly, I feel like I walk away from every session truly with learning something new. It's great to hear about all the different kind of projects that folks are working on, all the different initiatives that people are working on. And I feel like it's just inspiring for my own role. There's a lot of similarities in different industries, whether you're B2B, B2C, whatever it may be. There's still a lot of overlap between kind of what I work on and what I see in some of the sessions. So it's great to kind of get that inspiration, kind of help me take back to my role and to my team when I get back.
That's right. Where can you have such actionable insight, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, you walk away from the show and you already have actionable things that you can do that takes your role and your job to the next level.
Absolutely.
Excellent advice.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bradley, let's talk a little bit about your journey.
Sure.
Right? Tell us about what got you into product marketing in the first place.
Yeah, it's been a journey. So a lot of my background is actually in brand marketing, mostly in the retail space. I joined Credit Karma about 4 years ago, and I initially was in a similar scoped role in brand marketing and creative strategy. So a lot of like brand strategy type of roles before product marketing. The organization during my time there kind of felt this need that we needed product marketing. We actually didn't have a product marketing team as of a few years ago. So they asked me to kind of make the switch over to product marketing and to help kind of grow that team. And it's been such a journey since then, and a great rewarding one too. So I've been in the role now for about 2 years in product marketing, and I feel like our team's continuing to grow. We continue to hire new PMMs, which is great. And I feel like we're still trying to find our footing within the organization. As big as Credit Karma, as big as Intuit, right? It's a large organization, so we're going to find where product marketing can really lean in and help and provide like the biggest impact that it can for our customers. That's been, I would say, the biggest opportunity for our team. But it's, that's really what I've been focusing on for the past year since I've joined the role.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think that is very well said, right?
Yeah.
You pointed out how companies are trying to find their footing
Yeah.
in product marketing, yet people realize product marketing is essential for most companies. So
Right.
I love the advice there.
Yeah.
So if you were to talk to a founder, right, and the founder were to ask you, why is product marketing indispensable to my company?
Yeah.
What would you say, Bradley, to the founder on why product marketing is indispensable to them?
Yeah, I mean, I can speak specifically for fintech because that's kind of the role that I'm in now. But you have so many things happening in the environment today between evolving technologies. You have customer needs that are just evolving, right? Customers are expecting more from brands than they have ever before. And it's really important that we show up for those members in a different way. So I think it's really important that product marketing they're the best suited to kind of handle those challenges, right? We're able to kind of help establish messaging and positioning, and then also really help create and craft go-to-market strategies to differentiate our product in this very, complex environment that we live in, right? So I think product marketing is the best suited to attack a lot of those challenges and those problems, and it's needed now more than ever before.
That's right. I think there were times in the prior years where people were doing product marketing without realizing it.
Yeah.
Right? They perhaps weren't calling it product marketing.
Yeah.
Right? And so now I think people realize that we actually need to give this a name, and we need to really focus and double down on this. So excellent.
Absolutely.
So thank you for that.
Yeah.
Let's say you were talking to someone in product marketing already, and they were looking to grow their career.
Yeah.
Right? Take their career to the next level. And they asked you, Bradley, tell me what 3 skills I should really focus on. What would you tell them?
Yeah, the 3 things I would say, first and foremost, like being able to make data-driven decisions, right? You have to be able to lean into what insights do you have about your customers, working really closely with your research team if you have one. If you don't have one, really leaning into secondary research that you have access to. Being able to take those insights and craft them into marketing messages, like that's a huge part of the role, right? So it's like leading with a data-driven approach. I would say also being a collaborator, being a really, really strong collaborator with, your research team, your legal team, your marketing team. That this role is so central to anything that gets across to our member ultimately and to our customer. So it's important that you're able to understand and speak the language of all those different folks around you, and be just a strong collaborator. And then lastly, I would say is just really being an expert in your craft of messaging and positioning, right? Like you need to be the best, most customer-centric person in the room. So being able to understand the messages that work for your customers, understanding how to position your products to those customers, is really critical in order to be successful in this role and to really have an impact in the business.
Excellent. Folks, there you have it. 3 critical skills that you need to master. So make sure you focus on those. So let's now talk a little bit, Bradley, about folks who may be on a budget, right? So let's say there's a product marketer out there.
Yeah.
And they're like, man, I love these skills. I love these things that you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I have a limited budget.
Sure.
Right? What are some resources you would point them to be able to accomplish their goals, yet on a tight budget?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's realistic that every product marketer has access to hundreds of thousands to do, intense customer research and all those things. So there's a lot of resources available to you for free. I mean, PMA is one of them, right? Like you're able to join a Slack channel for free. You can look at all of the blog posts that they share all the time on LinkedIn, Twitter, all those things. Like those are all free things that you have access to every day. Podcasts are really important as well. Like that's where I get a lot of my inspiration from, hearing from other industry experts and kind of understanding what's happening in their businesses and their lines of work. And then ultimately just staying on top of like current trends. Like honestly, a lot of where I get my research from is just from social media. Like I'm constantly going through TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all those things. And it really is it's inspiration for me in my role, right? So I think, when I'm looking at, my TikTok feed, I'm saying, oh, I'm doing this for work. It's it's kind of my own form of research in a lot of ways, which I think is helpful in your role. I think it's important that you're really staying on top of trends and latest things when it comes to marketing. So I think it's valuable that way.
Absolutely. There's no monopoly on wisdom,
right?
So whether you're getting the wisdom from LinkedIn, from events like this, from TikTok, from a book, right? Make sure you're gathering new insights and new wisdom.
Yeah.
And if you haven't connected with Bradley Shaw already, please do, okay?
Yeah.
We talked about how LinkedIn can be a great source. That is a free resource. So make sure you use and take advantage of that. So Bradley, it's been a great conversation.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
and
you.
Friends, there you have it. Please reach out to Bradley for more insights and for even more insights where you can get a free copy of my Amazon bestseller, Product Marketing Wisdom. Sign up at wisdomfromwizards.com and see you next time on Product Marketing Genius.